Welcome to Atlantic Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Sagittarius for the month of August, including late July 2023. So, Sag, you are in your 9th house, which is the house of far horizons, travel, study, academia, anything that's out there. It's indeed your house. Sagittarius live in the 9th house. That's their resting place. And we obviously are in the element of fire, which is your element as well. So things are moving forward this month. So let's see. So your energy is the Knight of Wands. Impulsive energy, Sag, and this is your card. So interesting. So traveling, maybe a bit of travel's been there. Traveling's on your mind, obviously. Sagittarians always factor in those airline miles and tickets, etc. Or if they don't physically do it, they're mentally watching things on YouTube or travel. Everything is all about what's out there in the world and how they can learn. Okay. So Knight of Wands is definitely a Sagittarian card. It's very impulsive. It's very fast moving. It's things coming towards you. It's a sort of younger male energy, can be somewhat immature, likes to sort of really get in there. Yeah, let's do that without a second thought. So that's the energy that we're going into the sign of Leo with. So where you are right now. Wow. Wheel of Fortune. Fantastic card. Destiny. Very big on destiny. You're right on point. This 4 weeks, Sag. So usually very good luck. If you've been putting a lot of energy into your life, you will be getting it back threefold with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, it's a very rare card to come up, and it is a card of go with that energy. Now, if you haven't been putting in, well, you won't be getting out. So just remember that now. So that's just how it works. So, but you can always start now. So yeah, so use that. Very destined. Very much expansion, growth, good luck coming your way, but also just where you're meant to be going is the key thing. And it is a major card, so it's about what you really have to do this month. The influencer card that influences this and all is the 7 of Swords. So you've been undergoing a bit of, maybe just for yourself too. You've been doubting yourself. You feel like you've been deceiving yourself. You feel like you've been over-analysing stuff to the point of no return. Maybe somebody has betrayed you in your sense of the word, that you felt something was really fantastic, and then, you know, the rug was pulled out and you just felt like there was deceit and jealousy, or those sort of vices that come in and just make us feel like, oh, well, what was that about? But then again, also, conversely, it can be about you deceiving yourself about a matter. But it was a destiny matter too, Sag. So even more, that's probably why you sort of feel a bit fragile about it too, because, you know, maybe you thought, oh, this is, you know, I've arrived with destiny. This is fantastic, and then suddenly it's influenced by this 7 of Swords, which can be quite negative and sort of a doubtful card, very much a mind messer card of jealousy and deceit. So let's see what was going on in June for you. And we had the 8 of Swords, so giving your personal power away. So maybe you did give your power away to somebody or something. I'm feeling like it was somebody here that you sort of thought, oh yeah, destiny, yeah, this is amazing. And then suddenly it was like you sort of were a bit impulsive, and then wham, finished. Really disappointing. But once again, you know, we need to heed that personal power. We need to know when to sort of hold them and when to fold them, unfortunately, Sag. But very much in your mind here too. So remember to, you know, where's the intuition in this, Sag? It's not much around at the moment, so it's sort of been a really sort of over-analytical time for you, where you have sort of perhaps been a bit impulsive. But knowing you, you'll pick up your stuff and move on to the next. What's happening? Recent events. And we have Justice, so very karmic once again. So whatever's been going on, once again, it's very karmic. It's like the Destiny card. You couldn't avoid it if you tried. It's there. It's about a balance. It's also teacher card. It's the work. It's what you were meant to sort of learn how to manage these situations with karma. What you put out, you get back. So there you go. I mean, there's no way around Justice. It's very much about, well, you sowed the seeds and now you're reaping the rewards or not. Okay, Sag, so it's a bit strong, but you know, it's okay. Let's see what the lesson is. Six of Pentacles, so giving and taking in equal measure, being sort of very measured about things, making sure that you give and take, or whatever this situation too is. Was it sort of lopsided, or was it one person doing all the giving and then they felt like betrayed and giving their power away because the other person involved just let that happen? Power game sort of thing. And the lesson would have been, or is actually, to keep everything very balanced. It's got to be reciprocal, or else, especially with relationships, or else it's just not going to bode well for any sort of positive future with it, because it's just like you can't just always be giving and you can't always be taking. It's literally, it's a bit like Justice card. We've got to have a bit of balance there, or else, you know, Wheel of Fortune will say, well, there you go. We'll wait for the wheel to come around again. Okay, let's see, near future. And we have the Six of Wands. So you bounce back to your normal self, doing well, coming out of the storm a little bit there and just coming back to your Wands energy, doing well. Yeah, just free and easy, going with the flow, moving forward, out of your head too, Sag. It's never, for any of us here, we don't like, you know, that mental head energy is hideous when you really dug deep in it. So back we come to your fabulous Six of Wands. Things going smoothly, so great. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising. And we had the Hierophant, so your moral compass, and you didn't listen to it, did you, or did you? So the interpreter of the sacred mystery. So this has sort of taught you a big lesson, and if you didn't feel like it did, well, it definitely has, because there's something within this story, and the Hierophant is there to say to you, well, you should have listened to your moral compass. You should have just felt your way through rather than just let your mind sort of run wild with all sorts of scenarios that really took you into quite an exhausting place. So the Hierophant is very much about showing you that moral compass triumphs over any mind matter, because it is actually, it's a very spiritual card, and it is the way that we know when we've made the right or the wrong choice. We just know. But there you go. Let's see how others see you. Three of Swords. Oh, well, fait accompli. So very grief, sad, heartbroken. Yeah, there's a bit of a mind game going on here, I think, Sag, somehow. But also it's a lesson, and it's sort of brought up, maybe too, it's brought up a lot of old grief for you as well. But this is how other people are seeing you, so I don't know who the mastermind is behind all this, but you will know what the situation is. But yeah, it's sort of nipped on your grief a bit, and it's sort of that, once again, plunges us into that sort of no man's land of, oh my God, you know, how do I manage? But you just got to meet it head on, literally, the grief, Sag, and just get on with things, and this too shall pass. But it looks here in near future like you will return to your normal way of just getting on with things, moving forward, being positive, action, travel, learning, all the things that you love in life. Okay, what do you feel positive about? And the King of Pentacles. So this male energy is the male energy that we'd all like to have in our lives, because he sits there, he's very grounded, he says what he feels, he's in there for the long haul, he's a very good advisor as well. So maybe you were hoping that this person, or maybe that energy just helped you to get through this story with these swords here, this over analysis. But feeling very positive about him. This is very much a mentor energy, male energy. It's one of the best of the kings. He is the best, actually, because you actually get a straight answer from him, whereas the others will perhaps, well, they come from different sort of sources, so they will do what they do in their way. So really nice, but it's just all about getting on with things as well. With using the energy of the King of Pentacles just to keep on keeping on, and keeping goals in line with what you want to do and achieving, and just being a lot more diligent and grounded about these destiny events that come in, rather than perhaps being impulsive, as Sagittarius are known to be. Okay, so let's see the final outcome. And we just go with the flow, hanging upside down with the Hanged Man. Quite happy to hang there. The answer isn't forthcoming yet, Sagittarius, but you've just got to go with the flow for a while. It's also patience. So whatever's been going on here in this whole destiny trip, and it's quite a big one because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 big cards. So yeah, there's a big shift coming here towards, you will find out sooner or later what this going with the flow is all about. What is hidden will come to light eventually, but first of all, you've got to learn to exercise patience, not so much of the impulse. Okay, let's see what the lovely Camelot Avalon cards are going to clarify. So we'll clarify this Six of Pentacles, which is the lesson. So we'll find out what is the clarifier of that, I would say, uneven situation. Someone taking too much or someone giving too much. So let's see what we can clarify here. The Novice. It's a good one, Sag. It's a real learning card. I've learned that much so far. The Novice. Innocence, naivety, foolishness, early knowledge, not yet integrated, the ability to see the world untainted, and learning ability. These are the aspects of the Novice as she appears in your life. The Novice is reminding you to be teachable and humble. If you don't know something, don't pretend that you do. Chances are that you'll make an error that may cost you more than you wish to pay. New information is coming, and this is the time to be opening up to learning and expanding. The Novice also reminds you to be like a child and remember the wonder and awe you once had for the world around you, when discovering magic was an essential part of everyday experience. The Novice reminds you that you need to stop and ask yourself, what lesson must I learn here? The lesson is always mirrored in the experience in front of you. Dig deep into the workings of whatever situation you're inquiring about. You don't have to look too far, for the answer is right in front of you. Sometimes it may feel as though you've had 2 left feet and don't know how to dance, or that perhaps you're fumbling in the dark and fear that you may be left behind. It's all right to be in the not knowing. There is a place where new understanding takes time to integrate. That is fabulous. Thank you so much, Sag, for listening. I hope this has helped for this next 4 weeks.